So I hope you all watched my barrel break-in video. In case it wasn't clear, I do not break in barrels. I hate breaking in barrels. It doesn't do anything. As far as the testing that I've done, I have not seen a bit of difference between breaking it in and not breaking it in. I quit breaking in barrels about 8 years ago, and guess what? My barrels have never shot better. So it's one of those things though that it's not gonna hurt. Well, I'm sure it's not gonna hurt. So if you want to do it, feel free to do it. But as for me, not gonna happen. So anyway, that's that. Now we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna show you guys how to find jam point. Obviously I explained it verbally, but a lot of you guys did not understand. So I'm gonna show you today how I do that. It's extremely simple. I talk about it on my Don't Chase the Lance video right here, if you're gonna go check it out, and that's where I talk about how to find jam point. But today I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, so I have two fired pieces of brass. Okay, so I'm gonna run them through my dies right quick, and then I'm gonna show you how it's done. All right, so I'm gonna take just my brass right here, just apply some die wax on it. Okay, and then put it in my Dillon 750. I'm gonna do two pieces of brass. Okay. All right, this is set up for my 6x47. Okay, I'm not gonna put primers in them. So first thing it's gonna do is gonna run through my full length sizing die. Okay, then it's gonna run through, after my full length sizing die, it runs through my expander mandrel. Okay, and finally this is where we seat the bullet. All right, I'm gonna back it off about 50 thousandths. That's 25, 50. All right, and I'm gonna seat a 109 on there. That's what I shoot, a Burger 109. All right, there's one, and I'm gonna seat this one 75 out just in case. Okay, there's the other one. Okay, oops. All right, here they both are, and as you notice, there is no primers. Okay, all right, let's measure these right quick, and then we can find jam point on my barrel. All right, so I'm gonna take this round, I'm gonna measure it, and I'm gonna zero my calipers on it. Okay, right there. Okay, now we're going to apply die wax to the ogive, just like that, and we're going to chamber it. Okay, I can tell it's tight. That's because the bullet is jamming in the rifling. Okay, close it. So it was tight, so that the barrel seated the bullet. Okay, now the die wax is to keep the bullet from sticking in the rifling. At this point, you snap it open like that, take it out, measure it, and you can tell it seated it 8 thousandths deeper. Okay, now we're gonna go to zero. Okay, and then we're gonna get an actual dimension. Okay, so we're at 2.162. Okay, we're gonna subtract 20 from that. We're gonna go to 2.142. I'm just gonna go to 22. Okay, so I'm gonna go to 2.140 just to make it easy. Okay, so I'm gonna seat that deeper. All right, so I have it seated now to 2.140 right there. Okay, so now we're gonna chamber it. Okay, and as you can see, the bullet does not get stuck in the rifling. That's all we care about. Now from here, right, 2.10 or 2.10, what is it? 2.140. Put that down in your notes and just start working away from that on your seating depth test. And that's it. You just know for a fact that you don't want to get closer than 2.140, or I should say you don't want to get any longer than 2.140, because then you're running the chance of sticking a bullet in the rifling. That's it. The only reason we measure jam is so that we can find the danger point. All right. Now, if you are limited by mag length and it needs to be shorter, that's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as you don't stick it in the rifling, then you're fine. It really doesn't matter. Okay. So it's really that easy. Now, some of you have commented that you've done this multiple times and you cannot get consistent measurements. As I said, it doesn't matter. Pick the shortest one. It really doesn't matter. If you pick the shortest one, you stick it in there, and it doesn't stick in the rifling, you're fine. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. If you try it 8 times and they're all different, it doesn't matter. We're not looking for consistency here. We're just looking to make sure that the bullet does not get stuck in the rifling. That's it. So if you get 8 different readings, pick the shortest one, subtract 20 thousandths, and you're good to go. All right? Because, I mean, we're never going to take this measurement again. It's a one-time thing, and I'm going to repeat myself again. As long as it doesn't get stuck in there, you're fine. You did your job. Okay? So, there it is. Okay? Doesn't get stuck. We're fine. All right, so I said it a million times, okay? All we care about is that we don't stick a bullet in the rifling. That's it. And of course, now you go from there. You start 2.140. That's our max length, right? Then we work off of that. 2.137, 2.134, 2.131, and then you just keep working back until you find your seating depth node. And again, I've already explained how that works. If you haven't seen that, go watch my Stop Chasing the Lance video, and you'll see how that works. But it's extremely simple, guys. Okay. Once you take this dimension, you never have to do it again. You're fine. You're done. My video on how to set up a full-length sizing die is on Patreon. If you are not a member, you don't get to see it. However, that other video never got to 5,000 likes. Let's get this one to 5,000 likes, and I will upload that video on YouTube. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope all your groups are one whole. See ya.